Hey everyone! Now in this video I want to show you actually how Facebook ads optimization works, meaning that how the whole Facebook ads works and how do you want to make it better, how you want to design the Facebook ads game and how you want to tweak it. So once you understand this principle, you know actually where you are heading, you know actually how to test on your ads and so on, so you can play a better games. Alright, so watch these videos a few times if you don't understand for the first time. Now, this is actually a chart actually where I start from the ads out. Meaning that once the ads are out, it's actually, these are the time period where 3 days, 1 week, and 1 to 2 months, alright? So when the ads out, so what you do is that you start to roll out to people. You start to show to people here already along the time. You show to people on Facebook about your ads. People see your ads and so on. Now, one is critical here is that a lot of people say that, okay, how do I know whether the ads is working or not working? All right. Number one, how do I know whether the ads is working or not working? So number one thing actually is that Facebook usually takes about 3 days. If you use conversions, okay? I'm talking about use conversion. Conversion is the best right now. So what we do is that once we use the conversion to advertise, which we are practicing only that. So usually for Facebook, it takes up to 3 days. All right, sometimes it's 1 week to really optimizing it. Optimizing meaning that actually you will show to people who are interested, and then Facebook will actually take into data together, see whether these people are clicking or not. So remember when we set our ads targeting, we have this option to set to which locations, people, which age, which category, and all this. So people will follow our instructions to show to those group of people, and then Facebook will start to optimize and start to see whether you got result from there or not. Because the conversion is, remember we put up the pixels on the landing page and the thank you page, all right? So the pixels actually is for Facebook to detect whether there are people click and whether there are people subscribe or register or not. So this is where the optimization period is coming in, which is Facebook will see whether people are registering. If let's say the current ads with the current targeting settings, with the current pictures, headline, this is working very well. So Facebook are taking into all this data registration together, and then okay, from this period, Facebook know that okay, this is the right group of people. I can see a lot of registrations, I can see a lot of people clicks. Facebook will start to record all these details. Then it will start to show to more of the setting that we are setting to. The people that we target. If Facebook found out this is working. So you can also see in your ads, there's a relevancy score one. If you watch back the videos or later or before this, so you will see, I'll talk about one section, it's about when you talk about ads, you will see a relevancy score about 1 to 10. Okay, so that relevancy score essentially is decide whether it's part of the factors that actually will show you whether your ads is working properly or not. Okay, so if Facebook actually here is actually says that he found out that actually your ads is not working. It's not working meaning that it's not getting result. There are no registration or there are very less registration. The cost per lead is super high. So something is wrong. So what you do is that if the thing is not working, so sometimes usually is you target the wrong people. For example, it's actually you want to get people who like swimming, but you're targeting people who like cooking. Alright, you might not know that, but indirectly you're making the mistakes. So the ads are not talking, meaning that your ads is actually not talking to the people. That's why people do not click. Meaning that if you do not click, Facebook do not know what to do anymore. So this is the optimization period that Facebook need to see a lot of clicks, and Facebook need to see a lot of registration, subscription. Then Facebook can decide, okay, this is a good ad. I will start to perform and help you to get more result coming in later from this group of people. Understand? So if you are not getting result, it usually will be, like I said, the targeting people, because you want swimming, you're targeting people who are cooking. Of course, they are not going to click your ads because I only love cooking. I don't like swimming, so you show me swimming also no use. Right? That's one of the reasons. The second reason usually is that your ads is not talking. Your pictures, your creative, your headlines, all this are not really talking to them. Meaning that you need to polish your copywriting in such a way that how do I make sure that I read my story, my testimonial, my headline in such a way that I talk about that pain point. Alright, I have a video actually talk about how to come up with headlines and the ads stories and how to make a good story and so on. So your ads are not telling them what's in it for them. So when I see the ads, I say, okay, there's nothing for me. Then I'll just skip it. I'll just continue scrolling on my Facebook, that's all. That's the reason why you don't, that's another reason why it's not working, because if you're not talking to them, they won't click. Facebook don't have the details in this period, you don't get result here. Right? You won't get result here. Right? Because Facebook do not know what to do anymore. Because I try to show to Facebook is that I try to show to this group of people, but it turns out that actually I don't get any data to tell me that whether I should proceed or not proceed. So sometimes you will face the issues that the ads are not spending. Alright, that's one of the reasons why ads are not, because I don't have details to data to tell me that whether I should continue or not. So I'll probably just stop there. It becomes very slow. You don't have detail. You don't have enough data to tell Facebook what to do. So this is more onto the technical issue, which is the mistake actually is done by us, which is either we are not talking properly to the audience, either we do not done the ads more attractive. I mean, your pictures do not attract them to stop. Your story, your headline do not attract them to click into your landing page. So this is one of the reasons. The other reason probably is the market response. Market response meaning that actually if you talk about marketing 2 million or 3 million kind of property projects, for example, on the Facebook, you know that not many people on Facebook are affordable, have the capability to buy this property. So you might get the chances that they might not click because they know that they are not capable. Or you try to market a service, or you try to market a package or programs that actually is not demanded by people. Right? It's not really what people want. For example, if you try to market a simple activities like a simple programs like how to wash your clothes. I mean, everyone know how to wash your clothes. Why do I need to learn how to wash your clothes with you? Unless you're something unique. See? But if you market something like how to develop your children's confidence and how to make them more independent, this is something what the parents want. So I'm talking about the market response here is that this is what you need to factor into. You need to factor into if you have this kind of issues. But usually the issue is these two areas. This is only happen to a few industry only, I would say. Like for example, the property, you sell 2 million property on Facebook. I mean, the chances of getting it is a bit low lah. Okay, and you try to market something that the market is not ready for it. For example, will writing. Right? So in this country, the will writing is not so mature, so people do not know that they actually need a will writing. So you need a little bit more awareness, education to do that. So that's the reason why people do not click and probably they do not get registration at all. So you don't see any result from there. So you need to think about how do I overcome this market response? If let's say if let's say I try the most direct approach, let's say if you're interested, you come and talk to me. If you know that actually, you found that the market response is not ready for your package yet or your offer yet, then you need to change your approach because you are using the wrong approach to target them. So you might need something like awareness first. You need to provide education first. You need to let them to listen to you first. Then only they will decide. Because whatever you're asking usually is that come and talk to me. I will actually tell you what to do next. I will actually give you free consultation. That's the main direct approach that usually it works for some industry. It might not work for some other industry, which is a bit competitive one, like insurance, like some sort of all those education training programs. So you have to really look at all this approach, whether is it workable or not. If you're not, then you have to change your approach instead. I don't want your money first. How do I educate you first? How do I give value first? All right. So these are one of the things. So if you find out that actually this is not working, something is wrong somewhere. Usually within these few reasons, you either usually change your ads first, and then you change until 3 or 4 times or 4 to 5 times. It also doesn't work. Then you know that you need to look at these things already. You need to look at these two things already. Whether are you using the right approach? Whether the market response, how does that feedback work? So how do you use the right approach to talk to them first. So if everything working, so you start to see a lot of result coming in. So this is where it's optimized. You see the ED here, it's already optimized, and then you start getting results. So you see a lot of people jumping in, registration, and then you become happy because you make a lot of sales from here probably. So this is 1 week, 2 weeks after this is 1 to 2 months later. So why is this happening is that in this period, actually people that you target, all right, because if you, in this period, actually you try to not to change everything, because if it's working, you don't change anything here. All right, you don't change anything when everything is working well. You let them run until it becomes fatigue. All right, people are bored seeing your ads. So that's where when people bored are seeing it, they know all your tricks already. They know what this is about when they see the pictures and they see your headline. So they don't even want to click. They don't even want to register because all people are bored to actually see your ads over and over again already. So what you do is, what happens is that it will start to decline. You will see the click decline. You will see the ads registration decline, so that you don't start to see less and less registration coming in anymore. So this is what you need to do here in this period, is that you need to recreate your ads from scratch again. But this time you need to change your picture, you need to change your headline, you need to change your video, you need to change your slideshow, change your other approach, because in Facebook ads, you can use picture, you can use video, you can use slideshows. So you try a new stories, but you still use the same landing page because you tell the same things. Or, so the first thing usually is that you create this from scratch. You try to change your ads first. Right, you change your headline, you change your stories, you try to talk them into another direction. You use another story to tell them. Okay, so this is how you make sure your ads creative. So when you do this, you actually come back to this again. So you have to play around with the optimization period. You have to see whether you need to tweak or not. If it doesn't tweak, then you see whether it works again or not. If not working, then this is how you do it. This is a normal routine, actually, how you should. How the Facebook ads optimization works. Okay, then you can also try a second offer approach. So if let's say you are doing a facial spa treatment, let's say for example this time I offer a serum treatment. So the next offer I want to make it more refreshing. Probably I offer a body treatment. Still, I can get you to come to my spa center, but I'm selling you different things. But I can upsell you to another facial treatment again. So it won't look boring. So these are something that this is how it works. This is how you need to keep this in mind to plan your things. So this is only one ad. Some people test a few two ads. So one ad talk about facial treatment, some ads talk about body treatment. So it's the same things. The only thing is that one is become fatigue or it's not working anymore. You need to go back here. All right. You need to go back here and do the tweaking again, do this tweaking again, and then you need to go through the entire option. It's the same thing actually happen all over again. Then you restart doing, that's all. The only thing I want to share with you now is when it is working, when this is working, do not change any of the settings at all. Alright, do not change all the settings. Let me give you examples. So the setting I'm talking about actually here is that this kind of settings, so location settings, age settings, when it's working well over here, do not change everything here, do not try to include everything here, do not touch anything at all. All these settings, you do not do it. So don't do anything at all, don't do anything on the ads as well, the pictures. Just leave it if it's working well. Until you see a drop in registrations, then you start to go back here. So what you do is that you can actually stop the ads. What you do is you duplicate the ads, all right? You duplicate it, okay? You duplicate it, and then you recreate your ads again, but using using the new pictures and all this to let the whole process run again. So you keep on, when it's become fatigue again, you duplicate and test. Or somewhere in between here it's not working, so you duplicate again and you test. You duplicate and test. Right? So this is what I got from Facebook. I talked to one of Facebook, what they call sales, the representative of Facebook. So this is what I got to know, and I put it into one simple illustration to tell you how everything works. So if you need to know how this works, so once you know that, then you know how to play around with your Facebook to know how to get the result there. So there are a lot of things actually involved here, but As long as you understand this principle, you know how to play the games well. Okay, so coming back here, the few more things actually is that so you already understand that actually that you don't do anything here. So you need to do a lot of you need to duplicate it and so on. So what you do is that Facebook actually did tell me actually you can play around in the budget, but I recommend you don't try not to touch anything a lot if everything working well. Because I think I tried before, I tried to adjust the budget and then everything just go haywire. Meaning I stop getting leads. Alright? Because you mess up with the algorithms and the process and so on. So that is what happened. So this is what you need to do. This is what ED video is about. Watch this over and over again. So until you internalize this, how everything works, then you have an idea actually is that how do you want to create your actual, why you need different pictures and all this, why slideshow and all this, because you need to create your ads refresh. That's the things that you need to plan right now. All right, I'll see you in the next video.